authenticity. And if you're authentic and open about your failures, you'll get a second chance and a third chance and a fourth chance. In other words, if you put all out on the line and you roll snake eyes and you go bust, you don't lie about it. You say, yeah, I went bust. I wanted to do this, and that. And I went about it like this way and it didn't work out. But let's do it this way instead. And if you're upfront and open, people are going to work with you. They just are. That's how it works in this country. Number 7, basic infrastructure. Now, people are starting to roll their eyes now. America takes care of their public places. And we do, for the most part. Parks are clean. Subways and buses run on time, for the most part. Utilities and services just work. You turn on the water, you can drink it, okay? Because life can be livable for a time without income. It's possible to just quit your job and bootstrap your business. And what he means by that is, you know what? You don't have to be working a 50-hour week and then in your spare time, go ahead and start your business. You can say, okay, I got a little bit of money saved up. I'm going to go ahead and do my business. You don't have to walk down to the river and pick up water. You don't have to boil that water because it's got you'll get cholera. You can get on a bus and go where you need to because you don't have a car. Now, well, the buses don't run on time in this country. Strong, they're late. Okay, yeah, sometimes they are. Yeah, that stupid train. That train was 3 minutes late. Yeah, it was 3 minutes late. Okay, so what? 3 minutes. Think about it. Okay, our infrastructure in this country are very, very good compared to most anywhere else in the world. And we take it for granted. Mr. Mossad from Jordan did not. Number 8, optimism. When you step foot in the U.S., there's a palpable sense of optimism. People believe that tomorrow will be better than today. They don't know where progress will come from, but that's why they're open to differences. When we start up, even unbelievers encourage us. And that's true. I mean, if a buddy of yours comes up with an idea and he says, hey, what you been up to? Well, I'm doing this, and that. And you think to yourself, I don't even know what he said. Now, do you say, you know what, dummy? I have no idea what you're even talking about. That sounds stupid to me. No, you smile, you shake his hand, say, wow, it sounds like you're on the right track. Congratulations. Keep me posted on how this goes. That's just how people in this country are. The vast majority of us don't get joy in watching people fail. We get joy in watching people succeed. That's just how we are. And it's just not that way in many other places. Number 9, freedom. Mr. Mossad says, this is clearly a cliche, but it's totally true. None of the above works if you're not free to explore and tinker, to build companies, to move around freely. Mr. Mossad goes on to say, I still find it amazing that if I respect the law and others, I can do whatever I want without being compelled or restricted. Think about that. And that's important, though, because, well, this isn't a free country anymore. You can't do this, or that. No. You still have to follow the law. You have to respect the law and respect others. If you thumb your nose at the law and you're an ass, things aren't going to go well for you because the police are going to be on your rear end and nobody's going to want to be around you because the police enforce the law and people don't want to be around asses. I've used this term many times. I do not tolerate well the folly of fools. If you're a fool, I don't want to be around you. And most people that way. If you're respectful, if you follow the law, good for you. And number 10, another thing we take for granted, access to capital. It's a lot harder to innovate and try to change the world without capital. If you have a good idea in this country and somewhat of a track record, then someone will be willing to bet on you. The respect for entrepreneurship in this country is inspiring, and it makes the whole thing tick. Now, some of those you may think are just chin music, but this is coming from a guy who did not grow up with this. He came from Jordan, which is a relatively fundamentalist Muslim country. It's a monarchy ruled by a guy, bribes galore. The state runs everything. It's not a good place compared to here. And you cannot be the same thing there that you can be here. And that's what Mr. Mossad says. If you get a chance, Google Peggy Noonan. Let's see, what we should. You can't go to the Wall Street Journal website because there's a firewall on there. You know what? Go to Twitter and search Amjad Mossad, and that's Amjad Mossad, Masad. Put that in Twitter. You'll be able to read firsthand what this guy had to say. Now, why do I read that? Because that's the way this guy thinks. And I will say that if you're not thinking that way, you need to scrap the way you do think and start thinking that way. Because what this guy says is spot on. Look at what we have. Look at how we live. Look at our life, okay? I say this a lot, but most of our problems, if we are very honest with ourselves, most of our problems are really first world problems. Do you know anybody that said, yeah, I got a problem today. I can't get drinking water for my family. Or I have a problem today. It's cold and my family's in real danger of freezing to death in this weather. Or, you know what? We haven't had anything to eat in 3 days. Nobody says that in this country. They just don't. It doesn't exist. We have so much in this country. So much good goes on in this country. And the bad things we have are, oh my gosh, you see the price of gasoline? Why, I have to run premium gas in my Jaguar, and it costs too much money. Think about what you just said, okay? You didn't say, look, the only job I can find is 40 miles away, and I don't have enough money for bus fare to get there. You're saying gas is expensive, and I can't, and it costs more to fuel up my luxury car than it used to, okay? Why? I had to go to the doctor, and they wanted a $30 copayment. $30. It used to be $10. Okay, your child was sick. In many other countries, in any African country, in most Asian countries, your child would die. But you took your child to the doctor, and for $30, the doctor saved his life. And we complain about that. We complain about it. Why? Look at the price of milk. It's $4 a gallon. Okay, look at what you earn. $4 is nothing. Okay? Put away the pack of cigarettes and buy extra milk for your kids. We spend more money on this country on stuff that's bad for us than stuff that's good for us. It's just how we are. And I'm not saying, okay, you need to change the way you live right now. What I'm saying is, if you're a New Year's resolution person, try to look at things with the glass being half full. Let's rewind to the whole dog attack incident I had. I could have sat here and said, woe is me. I was attacked by a dog. I can't even walk in my same park in a park in my neighborhood anymore. This world's gone to hell. The police suck because they won't patrol this. These people in the neighborhood are just awful because they don't control their animals. If I look at it closely, when the smoke cleared, all things considered, it could have been a whole lot worse for me. Had I not had my headphones in, talking to my father, so I could unload off of him, call 911 immediately, would the police have come? Sure, they would have eventually came, but it may have been 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes later. And I may not have been able to fend off that dog anymore. if I had worn my regular jacket like I wanted to, if I hadn't forgotten it at work and had to wear the big, thick, bulky leather jacket, that dog would have shredded my arm. And I may have still been in the hospital. He may have severed tendons. But that didn't happen. None of that happened. Maybe I'm lucky. Maybe the good Lord was looking after me. Maybe it's not my time. I don't know why. But it was. It could have been disastrous. It wasn't. Put it aside. Move on. Live your life. That's what Mr. Mossad has done. And he's been very successful doing it. If you did it, what makes you think that you wouldn't have the same success? That you wouldn't have the same positive results? If a guy coming from a third world country in Jordan to the United States can succeed, if a dope like me can succeed, friends, trust me, so can you. Well, that's it. I'm done. JamesStrongShow@hotmail.com. That's the email address. Send me your email address, and I will go ahead and send you a link to the podcast as soon as it's published, so you can download it and listen to it at your leisure. If you want to get past podcasts and you haven't sent me the email, that's okay. Go to James Strong Facebook. They're all there too. Or Spreaker.com. They're all there too. All 249 of them. Well, that's it. I'm done. Happy New Year to each and every one of you. Until next time, this is James Strong saying adios.